Everyday English with your English mentor.
Justified. Justified. His actions were justified by the circumstances. His actions were justified by the circumstances. Justify. Justify. You need to justify your decision with evidence. You need to justify your decision with evidence. Label. Label. The label on the package was difficult to read. The label on the package was difficult to read. Label. Label. Please label the files according to their contents. Please label the files according to their contents. Labor. Labor. The workers demanded fair labor conditions. The workers demanded fair labor conditions. Labored. Labored. He spoke in a labored manner due to exhaustion. He spoke in a labored manner due to exhaustion. Labor. Labor. The labor market is improving. The labor market is improving. Labor. Labor. They labor hard to meet the deadline. They labor hard to meet the deadline. Labored. Labored. The project was labored over for months. The project was labored over for months. Layer. Layer. There is a layer of dust on the table. There is a layer of dust on the table. Layer. Layer. Please layer the ingredients carefully. Please layer the ingredients carefully. Lecture. Lecture. The professor gave an engaging lecture on history. The professor gave an engaging lecture on history. Lecture. Lecture. He had to lecture the students on the importance of safety. He had to lecture the students on the importance of safety. Lecturer. Lecturer. The lecturer was praised for her teaching methods. The lecturer was praised for her teaching methods. Legal. Legal. They sought legal advice before signing the contract. They sought legal advice before signing the contract.
Everyday English with your English mentor.
Nâng tầm tiếng Anh cho người Việt. Hãy follow kênh và liên hệ với chúng tôi để đăng ký học IELTS với giáo viên giỏi và tận tâm nhé.